Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. And you know, fall is sort of a transition time. It's a time when people have sort of wound down from the extensive and intensive fishing that they do all summer long. The tournaments have come to an end in our area, and people are starting to do fall and early winter things. But I got to tell you, this is a time when the fishing can be absolutely phenomenal. And I've mentioned this before, even though I don't get a lot of reports from people that are out fishing because there's so few that are actually fishing right now. Those that are doing really great. And I passed on the information before from both Eric, Ethan Carr, and Justin Waltz down in Chameau Bay. Both of them are superb fishermen. They're both tournament fishermen, and they both told me that this time of the year can be the very best for bass fishing, especially in the Great Lakes water system, which is the St. Lawrence River and Lake Ontario, of course. And the fish are feeding up for wintertime. You know, they go out and they go on a extensive feeding binge to get ready, to get their bodies ready for the frigid, cold conditions of winter. It's not like down south where those fish feed avidly all year, and that's why the largemouth gets so big down south. They don't have this incredible stressful time that's going to be beginning pretty soon. So I think it's important for you to know that. And, you know, when we talk about fall fishing, it's sort of difficult for me to report on when I don't have a lot of people that are fishing. One of the things I want you to know, that one of the things that you can look forward to if you love to fish for bass, is that Black Lake really comes alive with smallmouth. It's not that the smallmouth are not there all year, but they're a lot harder to find. But in November, they move into the rocky shoals and points, and the fishing can be phenomenal. I remember learning about this maybe 20 years ago, and it's always been the same every fall, late fall. The fish, they'll be around the rocky points, and you want to use something about 3 inches long because they're feeding up for winter on young perch that were born this year, and those perch are about 3 inches long now. So anything that you can fish those rocky points with should work. Chatterbaits are excellent, and people that like to use jigs, this is a great time to use jigs, but anything near the bottom, near those rocky points, can be terrific. And these bass aren't little. These are big bass. We're talking bass over 4 pounds. A few years ago, a 4-pound smallmouth would have been considered huge. But this is a great time for you to go fishing right now. And bass fishing in the St. Lawrence can be phenomenal as well. As we said last week, those fish can be anywhere. There can be groups in the real shallow water, groups in like 30 feet of water, which is not considered really deep. And then some of the fish are transitioning to their winter water areas where the water gets really deep in the St. Lawrence. So if you're lucky enough or have the time to go fishing right now, this is a great time. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.